It already feels like it's been dozens of hours. But it's still night outside, so probably won't do more than 1 or 2 hours. So probably no more than 1 or 2 hours have passed. I haven't heard Moeka's abusive voice ever since I kissed her. Now she's giving a blank expression without resisting, looking away as if to escape my eyes. What's she looking at? I try to follow her line of sight, but the only thing there is her half-drunk glass of mineral water. She's probably not really looking at anything. Did she give up resisting? I shouldn't be careless, though. I don't know if it's from strain, but my entire body's going numb hounding her. And my entire body's been sweating for a while now. This room has no air conditioning whatsoever, and the fatigue is starting to torment me. At first, I thought I had an overwhelming advantage in this position, but after keeping this stance for a long time, I noticed maybe it's not advantageous. The one to run out of endurance might be me. I've been constantly bracing myself, having to pay attention to Moeka's every move. I had to push her to the floor strongly enough that she couldn't escape my restraint. On the other hand, Moeka can choose to resist whenever she wants. She can even rest and relax if she wants. She only needs to exert her strength when she wants to escape. I've had to watch out for that, so I've exhausted myself all this time. Will this last all night? I'm getting anxious. If she gets away, then she's obviously going to counterattack. And she should be hiding a gun somewhere. I thought about calling Kurusu for help, but I can't use either hand, and I don't even know what time it is. I meant to corner her, just like she cornered me. No good. I'm getting pessimistic. And that's what I persuaded myself. Moeka has the weak point of cell phone dependence. If she's separated from her phone for an extended period of time, then Kiryu Moeka will mentally be driven into a corner and submit. Will I use up my strength first? Will Moeka use up her strength first? It's that sort of contest. Moeka, who had until now just been muttering in a small voice, suddenly called out my name. Even though she had previously done nothing but curse and resist. Calling out from the other side, huh? Kiryu Moeka is cornered. I was convinced.
お前は D メールを送ったことを覚えているか
D 何
D メール過去へ送ることのできるメールお前はそれを送ったお前自身の携帯へな機種変更に関する内容だと思っていたがそれは嘘だったお前は俺たちの目をごまかしてこっそりメールの内容を入れ替えたんだ
Her mail typing skill is so fast I call her a masseuse, after all. It should be no trouble for her to type out a meager 36-bit message, while Taro and I are preoccupied with the microwave phone temp.
その結果世界線が変わったお前は覚えていないか
Ordinarily, once the past has changed, everything until that point is undone. But according to the president sent by Ferris and Rukuko, Moeka should undoubtedly remember that mail.
知らない
知らないんじゃない思い出していないだけなんだ思い出せ お前は思い出さなければならない。
Of course, I wasn't talking seriously. At the most, this was just to put pressure on her. I didn't really prepare anything to make her remember. Mooka turns her face away again, biting her lip. Tears start streaming out of her eyes. I look closely the entire time. Maybe it's because of when I pushed her down and we started struggling. I just now noticed that the white skin peaks of the chest area on Mooka's clothing. The charming lines of her collarbone, her plump breasts, her sexy what the fuck? Those breasts move up and down as Mooka painfully breathes in and out. On the base of her neck is the blood stain I drooled out earlier. It's completely dry, like a scab. By all rights, it wouldn't be strange to be mistaken to mistake her for a cool, beautiful woman. But now Mooka has a large shadow under her eyes, her skin is rough, and her face is pale. She's more sick than cool. Her entire body reeks of death. So dangerous it's hard to approach. She's in the same category as a mental patient, or a yandere. I regret not noticing that essence of hers sooner.
本当に知らないの。思い出せるならそうするけど、わからないわ。一体何のことなのか。
Mooka's glance isn't fixed. She moves her sights from me to the ceiling behind me to the night sky outside the window. But her slowly murmuring voice shows she's thinking fairly hard. Just a little more. Just a little more and she'll run out of energy.
だったら質問を変える。2週間ほど前、お前は奇妙なメールを受け取ったはずだ。差出人はお前自身の携帯。しかもそのメールは数日後の未来から送信されていた。覚えがあるな。それがお前が送った D メールだ。内容を教えろ。
教えたら
携帯は返す。
クソ。
She suddenly cursed at me.
内容は言えない。
なぜだ。
ラウンダーに関係する。
Consonants that concern the rounders. Just what could it be? I think back on words Mooka explained herself. Main tasks: investigate and collect IBN 5100s. She said something like that. Which means...
IBN 5100.
I tried tricking her directly and get a good response.
それに関することだな。
どこまで知っている。メールの内容。
質問を
言えない。FB を裏切ることに。
携帯よりも FB を選ぶのか。大した忠誠心だな。
But Mayuri's fate depends on this. I can't give up. Mooka still hasn't calmed down. She's been closing and opening the fingers of her restrained hand for a while now. She wasn't trying to escape my restraint, but simply just twisting her body. Licking her lips, shaking her head to brush her hair out of her face. She's almost dependent on her phone. It's like she's suffering from withdrawal. She doesn't have any energy left. Soon she won't be able to resist. If I can't get her to talk, then I'll just wait until she does.
携帯がないとそんなに苦痛か。なぜそこまで依存する。
会話 まともにできなくて。
Well, that's actually pretty obvious, honestly.
今はしているではないか。
And when she attacked the lab, she blended with muscular men and threatened us. Mahoka strongly shakes her head.
メールまでできなくなったら、私は世界から断絶してしまう。
You're cutting yourself off from the world even more if you're just living through your phone.
世界だと孤独な女を気取っているつもりか。お前が恐れているのはラウンダーから見捨てられることだろう。
違う。ラウンダーじゃなくて FB から見捨てられること。
That's the same thing, isn't it?
だったら世界などと言うな。何の罪もない女の子を容赦なく殺した分際でマユリを世界から断絶させた分際で。
殺してない。
そう、この世界線ではな。だが別の世界線においては、お前はラウンダーとして俺たちのタイムマシンを奪おうとした。その時に殺したマユリを。
In another world line. When I called Mocha out to the radio Kaikon, she told me that Mayuri was unnecessary. That's why it didn't matter if they killed her.
FB の指示なら殺したと思う。
FB とは何者だ。一体どこにいる。
This time it ended without me hearing it. But this time, the rounder shouldn't appear. In this world line, it feels like Mocha's position is clearly different.
言えない。
ならばいいことを教えてやる。いいか。お前は今俺に捕まっている状況だが、助けを期待しているのなら無駄だ。どうせ誰も助けに来ない。お前は絶望に打ちひしがれたまま4日後に自殺する。
And I struck the finishing blow to the frowning Mocha.
俺は5日後から来た。セルンが欲しがるタイムマシンを使ってな。だから知っている。お前はこの部屋で一人孤独に自分を殺すんだ。
Damn, Okabe.
お前の大好きな FB はお前を助けない。ラウンダーもセルンも300人委員会もだ。どれだけメールしても上司からの連絡はないんだろう。それはなぜだ。もう見捨てられているんだよ。
Once again, tears come streaming, flooding down. Guilt throbs in my chest. Surely just now, I have wounded the girl here before me. It's not the same level as killing my Yuri. My reason whispers. You have no reason to sympathize with this murderer, my feelings furiously claim. But even still, it doesn't feel good to hurt anybody, no matter who they are. What do you mean, insane mad scientist? I'm hesitating to hurt someone I should hate. I'm nothing but a hypocrite.
FB をかばう必要はない。だから全て話せ。
I turn a blind eye to the throbbing in my heart, and force myself to talk. But Mooka shakes her head even harder.
FB は裏切らない。私を見捨てない。
だったらなぜお前は4日後に自殺すると思う。
お前が私を殺すのよ。 自殺に見せかけて。
俺はそんなヘマはしない。俺なら、お前を殺した後でタイムリープする。お前の死はなかったことにできる。
私は
FB から返事が来ないと言って、この部屋で死んだような顔をしていたのはどこのドイツだ。もう何日来ていない。FB からの連絡は普段はどのくらいの頻度で来ていて、いつから来なくなった？
普段毎日連絡を。でももう10日近く。
10日も連絡が来ていない。そうだな。
Mocha looks up at me as if clinging.
私、裏切れないよ。
お前は裏切られたんだよ。
FB を信じてる。
お前は切り捨てられた。
I say clearly.
利用されるだけされてな。もう用済みということだ。
FB はそんな人じゃ。
だったらどんな人なんだ？
お母さんみたいに私に優しくて、私はやっと心地いい居場所を。
She? Mother? So, FB's a woman. But I imagine the head of an evil organization to be an elderly man. Guess I was completely wrong.
悩みを相談したり、いつもすぐに返事くれた友達みたいで、でも包み込む優しさがあって。
あったことは？
Mocha strongly shakes her head.
あったことがない。お母さんみたいで友達みたいで、お前にとって心地いい居場所だったのに。
If they had met, then I thought I could have gotten her to lead me to her.
ラウンダーは互いの正体隠すのがルールで。
連絡は取り合っていたのに一度も会ったことはない。確かに会うのはルール違反かもな。だがお前は FB が好きで会ってみたかった。
違うよ。会ったら幻滅される。だから会いたいなんて。
会いたいと言われたことは？
一度もない。
その様子だと電話もしたことがないな。
Mocha turns away her face. Then she faintly nods.
避けられているとは思わなかったのか？そこまで親身になってくれた優しい女上司がお前に会おうとしない理由は本当にルールだけか？そしてなぜ連絡をよこさない？理由を考えてみろ。振り込め詐欺と同じだ。お前は騙されていたんだ。
FB を悪く言わないで。そんな人じゃない。
連絡が途絶える前、最後のメールはどんな内容だった？
IBN5100 を指定場所に置いておけって。
The IBN 5100. Mocha, you dummy. You unconsciously let your tongue slip. To leave it mean that 2 weeks ago, Mocha had already obtained the IBN 5100. Mocha was originally a rounder, so her duty was to investigate and collect an IBN 5100s. And then, around the time that Mocha sent her D-mail, I might have carelessly told her that I found my IBM 5100 at Yanagabayashi Shrine after her incessant nagging. The Yanagabayashi Shrine storehouse lock was broken. The IBM 5100 that should have been dedicated there disappeared. Thinking from there, the true contents of Mooka's D-mails are the IBM 5100's whereabouts. When I finally crack the code, it's no big deal. It's not puzzling at all, but pretty damn straightforward. So in the end, Mooka artfully used me too. I was almost filled with dry laughter, but I desperately hold it back.
その場所はどこだ？
コインロッカー、大ビル前の。
The coin locker in front of Daibiru. Wait, don't tell me! The same place Rukuko hid the IBM 5100 in the previous world line? Is this also due to convergence? If I go there, can I get the IBM 5100? No. I don't expect it to still be there. Just like what happened back with Rukuko. The visible force of cause and effects, convergence, pulls the IBM 5100 away from me. In order to get it back, I need to cancel Mooka's D-mail. I know the contents. I've already reached my goal. Mooka is crying in a subdued voice. I take a deep breath and move out from over Mooka. I stretch out my stressed body and lean my back against the wall. I take Mooka's phone out of my pocket.
携帯を使わせてもらうぞ。
Mooka slowly gets up. She wipes her tears and fixes her hair and clothes. Since her wavy hair covers her face from the side, I can't peek at her expression. No reaction to my words. Even though I freed her, she doesn't attack me to retrieve her phone. I open up the received mail history on Mooka's phone. I'm looking for the aforementioned email among the sea of mails in the history. I finally find it after 3 minutes. 3 mails sent from Mooka's own phone, each only 12 characters long. The mail send date August 4th, 2 p.m. Receive date July 31st, 10 a.m. Retro PCZ, Yanagibayashi, retrieve it. So Mooka quickly replaced the contents of the D-mail after all. All I have to do now is cancel the D-mail.
今、
心配させんな。バカ。
Don't worry. I just had a scrap. Really, we were just kind of sitting here for hours.
心配してくれていたのか。
どう見ても死亡フラグ立ってたから、無事なのが驚きよ。
今どこにいる？
ちゃんとラボで待機中。
もう一度 D メールを送る。準備を頼む。
タイマー設定は
31日の11時頃に着くように設定を。
31日の11時ということは。
Leaving the calculation to Kurusu, I wired up the mail to say don't go, shrine, trap. No goods. I enter the address of the microwave phone temp.
準備 OK。
よし、起動してくれ。
起動した。
Reading Steiner should activate this time for sure. I hold my breath, waiting to be hit with vertigo.
ダメだ。なぜ変わらない？
また間違い？
いや、そんなはずはない。萌香の D メールの内容も確認済みだ。それを否定するメールを送った。
Why didn't this work either? Just what's wrong?
最初の D メールの内容は？
柳林神社に IBN5100 があると知らせるものだ。今のメールで、それは罠だと否定したんだが、もう一度、別の文面で再送を。
待った！ D メールの面倒な部分については、ロト6の実験で検証済みでしょ？
The Lotto 6 experiment. That was when we sent the winning numbers. But the past me who received them gave them to Rukiko, and in the end didn't buy them himself.
D メールを読んだ人間がその通りに行動するかどうかは個人の資質に影響される。桐生って人は神社に IBN5100 があると知らされた。直後にそれを否定するメールが来ても構わず神社へ行ったという推測が導ける。
否定するメールを信じなかったか、あるいはクソ真面目に否定されても念のために調べてみたかということか。
I peek at what Mocha's doing. She's still hiding her head holding her head in tears. My voice isn't reaching her, is it?
厄介ね。神社に調べに行くことにリスクが発生すると伝えても聞いてくれなかったっていうことだから。
より強制力の強い文面にするしかない。神社に行くのを禁止させるぐらいの。
どうやって？
Yeah, that's the problem. Is it possible to coerce her with just 36 bytes? Or should we think of ways other than mailing Mocha?
例えば、7月30日のお礼と D メールを送り、先に IBN5100 を回収させるという方法は？
その日のあんたは IBN5100 に興味があったのか？
Just when did I start seriously searching for the IBN 5100? I can't really remember. So another way to force Mocha to listen. And right then, an electronic shock runs through my self-proclaimed gray brain cells. Two letters run through my mind.
FB だ。
え？何？
萌香の上司、依存の対象。FB からのメールなら無条件で信じるはず。
その FB とかいう人の携帯持ってるの？
いいや、会ったことさえない。どこにいるかもわからない。
話にならない。
少し時間をくれ。
また待たせるのか？まあ、私はずっとラボに泊まり込んでるからいいけど、あんまり無茶しないでね。
So after all that work, it only ends halfway, huh? The will of the world really does like to screw with me. FB's identity. FB's location. Unless I find those, I can't break out of the world line. I call out to Mocha, and when she finally raises her head, I drop her phone onto her lap. Mocha takes it with a bewildered face.
FB を探すことになった。
Though gripping her phone, Mocha doesn't look at the screen. I take a deep breath. I need to get as much information on FB out of her as I can.
お前はどういう経緯でラウンダーに？
Honestly speaking, I couldn't care less. I've been forced to talk about society with the detestable woman who killed my Yuri countless times. Mocha hung her phone to her chest, picking up her glasses that had fallen in the corner of the room. and finally puts them back on.
4年前死のうとしてた。
Maoka answered my question not by mail, but directly by mouth.
何の希望も持てなくて、何もかもが嫌になって。
原因は
特にこれっていうのは。
Her expression was devoid of all life. Very blank, very deranged, like always. But the eyes behind her glasses were deep red. That's what happens when you cry that much. The only remaining vestige of emotion was in those eyes.
でも小さなことがたくさん積み重なって、もともとこんな性格だし。
家族は
So, she has none then. I didn't even think to ask if she was born that way, or if it happened along the way.
自分の部屋で睡眠薬大量に飲んで、でも死ぬのを失敗して、そこにメールがラウンダー募集って個人宛てじゃなくて一斉送信の。
Almost like spam. Do the rounders really recruit that recklessly?
私はどうでもよくなってた。だから気づいたら返信してた。そしたら連絡が来たの。 FB から。それからずっと FB の指示に従ってた。
ずっとこの秋葉に
Maoka faintly shakes her head.
3ヶ月前まで名古屋、その前は横浜、その前は。
The Rounders' chief duty was to search for the IBM 5100s. So that means she's been moving around, gathering information buried all around Japan about the retro PC, huh?
これまでに IBN5100 をいくつ見つけた？
Maoka faintly shakes her head left and right.
一台も。
Zero results, huh? So the Rounders are inefficient at their work. I silently sigh once more.
お前はこの後どうするつもりだ？ただ絶望に打ちひしがれて予定通り自殺するか？抗おうとは思わないのか？
抗う？
It should be impossible to rebel. Those are my innermost thoughts as I ask myself. Maoka's death has already been recognized by this world, meaning it'll be the same as with my Yuri. She will die even if she tries to avoid it. But even so, I ask.
FB はお前を利用し見捨てた。それを認めろ。その上で FB に対してどうしたいと考えているんだ？
Maoka looks down.
利用されていたとしても、私の居場所そこしかなかったから。初めてだった。生きてきた中で自分が必要とされたこと。 FB が居場所を与えてくれたの、私に。その居場所を守るためなら、生きがいを与えてくれた FB を守るためなら何だってするって。
お前は救いようのないバカだ。
I stand up as I say so.
だったら依存したまま死んでいけ。お前の死は確定している。だが俺は世界の思い通りになっていいとは思わない。だから徹底的に抗う。
That's right. I will definitely save my Yuri. Just a little bit more. I won't give up until then.